Welcome to Powderpuff, the sports podcast for the girls by the girls. We took last week off because people were busy. Um, there was lots to do. We're gonna catch up. Courtney, I'm gonna let you start because I'm eating dinner.
Oh, well, enjoy your dinner.
Oh, thank you.
I have just been very busy with my daughters and work. I feel like
Mhm.
school season is just back to back, always something going on.
Especially the fall.
Yeah, outside of school and then having three kids with homework every night. That's been fun.
Yeah.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader's math?
Travis Kelsey is hosting. Except for it's Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity this time?
Oh,
Which I don't think is nearly as fun.
no,
Personally.
because what? I mean, I don't
Like, are
get how
you
they
smarter
want
than a
to do.
celebrity? Probably, unless it's like Elon Musk.
Right.
I mean, like even Kim Kardashian has her JD, so maybe not actually.
I mean, they have the resources to get the education
Mm-hmm.
to be educated. But then if they're also maybe not wanting to do that route and they just use their personality and their looks to become a
Super rich.
celebrity. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Be rolling the dough.
Yeah,
I had a weekend last weekend that was just me and Ghost. Dayton was out of town, so it was just me and the baby, me and the little doggy.
awesome.
It was lovely. We watched Halloween Town together and ate a pizza, and I made a caramel apple cheesecake that was so good. That was so
Oh,
good. I shared it. I went over to Dayton's parents' house and shared it with his mom and his stepdad.
caramel apple cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that sounds so good.
With like a streusel topping.
Mm.
It was I'm making another one because I'm making like we're having a big family dinner at my grandma's this weekend for literally no reason. My brother was like, "I just want you to cook because I miss your cooking." So, and then my brother's not even going to be there. Like he's coming later and eating leftovers. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But like me and my sister and my soon to be sister-in-law and my grandparents and my mom and her new husband, well, not new. They just celebrated their second wedding anniversary like yes, 2 days ago. Um, but like they're all gonna be there, and I'm cooking. Like I made a menu because I'm a nut job when it comes to cooking. But I'm making that cheesecake for dessert. I'm making three different appetizers, and I'm making two entree options because people are picky in my family.
Oh my goodness.
Right, because my
Are you
brother was
making
like,
everything or are you going to get help?
"No, I'm making everything. I have a schedule. I made a schedule for
You
myself."
probably have so for everybody who doesn't know, Sarah is very much so the type A friend and I am the type B friend.
Yeah.
I wing it. Like if it happens, it happens. But it's going to happen. But to
Right.
write it out, yeah, no.
I'm the type of person who like Dayton and I, when we used to go to Florida every year, and we used to get in like these big arguments while we were there because like I had something planned in my mind and then we would be late to it or like something would happen. And so the last time we went, Dayton was like, okay, we're buying one hotel for the first night. We're getting a rental car. We're going to drive wherever we want. We're not going to make any plans. You can make one plan. The only argument we got into the entire time was the night that I had made the plan because we were late getting in because there was so much traffic in Miami. And I was like, all right, I've got to stop ruining things. So yeah,
Good
I'm
thing
very much
things
like,
never go as planned,
oh,
ever.
and I
Just wing
know
it.
that, but like, there's something wrong with me in my brain.
There's not. You're organized.
I'm also a mess, so I don't know.
A beautiful chaos.
Exactly. But this food is gas. It's so oily and gross, but it's really delicious.
It's okay. What'd you make?
I made like a patty melt type situation. So I made burgers and we didn't have buns, so I used bread, but like I sauteed onions with the burgers in the same pan and then put them on there. And then I put the bread in the leftover oil and toasted it up.
Ooh,
And then
so
I
good.
like it's yeah, and then I cut up potatoes and then like boiled them for a little while and then made like a garlic butter mix and poured them over the potatoes on a baking sheet and stuck them in the oven to crispen up, and they're so good.
Yum.
Yeah,
I
it was
love making
delicious.
patty melts on the Blackstone.
Mm,
All the oil and onion flavors all right there, and the burger flavor.
hmm.
Probably one of my favorite things to make on a Blackstone.
God, I love onions so much.
Me too.
One time, right after college, I went to a party in the middle of nowhere in Kansas, back in that era of my life, and um, somebody paid me $5 to just take a single bite of a red onion, like a whole red onion. I was like, I would eat the whole thing for $10. I'd eat the whole thing for free. Like, this is child's play.
I I think I think it was April Fool's or it was Halloween. I can't remember. But my mom made caramel onions as a joke and took them to work.
Oh my God.
Dipped the onions in caramel, and then people bit into it and freaked out.
Sherry's an icon. I love that woman.
She's great.
God bless her. Okay, do you want to get into it?
Yes.
Okay. Tonight we are doing remote podcasting. Things are crazy right now. Hopefully next week or like within the next month by Halloween, we should have better like audio visual quality because I got the new iPhone 16. And like I've messed with the audio stuff because there's like a studio setting so that you can record the whole thing and then like go through the sound settings of the video, and there's a studio option and it makes it sound like professional recording. And I've also heard that if you put a sock over the speaker or like the intake, the audio intake on your phone, that does something really cool. So I'm gonna mess with it,
Interesting.
see what happens. Sounds like it would be like a bad choice, but I don't know. And like also what kind of sock? Like, are we talking super thin sock, I would assume, or like am I breaking out my midwinter wool socks for this? So there will be a scientific process in figuring out which sock is best or if this is even like a good hypothesis at all. I don't know. Okay, so first of all, we want to shout out, like we did last time, our new followers. So Kristen gave us a follow on Instagram a couple weeks ago. Kristen has been one of my friends, and like we don't talk every day. We're not like super super tight, right? But we were close friends in middle school, and then now she does my hair, which I haven't gotten my hair done since January when I had my Menti B and went blonde. Shout out Kristen, it looked amazing. And sorry I canceled on you a couple months ago. I'm very poor. I will be back once I'm not as poor. Whoops.
You're such a luxury.
I know. I thought about cutting my own hair the other day. And then I was like, let's wait until after the half marathon because I cannot be running around with a bob. And also, I'm not going to cut my own hair because I used to do that when I was super, super poor and it looked fine. But like, it's not as nice as having Kristen and her acrylic nails digging in there. Like,
It's the wash for me every single time. It's my favorite part about getting a haircut when they wash.
100%. Which is crazy because IRL, I hate washing my hair. Like, I wash my hair on a good week 3 times a week. On a normal week, like every Sunday. It's so gross. And I need to change that habit, but I hate washing my hair so much. It's so tedious.
It's a process. I
Mm-hmm.
have 4 heads to wash.
Yep.
So glad my daughters can do it on their own now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that
They actually need like every once in a while I'll do it.
yeah. But your daughter's hair takes a long time to do.
Yes.
But it always
Hair.
looks cute.
And I can't even do my own hair, so
I can't do my own hair either. I'm so jealous of your hair because mine is so thin. Like it used to be a lot thinner, and then I learned how to correctly wash my hair when I started dating Dayton. He's like big into washing hair. And he's like, no,
let me teach you how to wash your hair.
Literally anytime that I'm in the shower and like I'm washing my hair, he's like, you got to make sure you do 2 go rounds with the shampoo and really scrub it in and let it sit for a few minutes and then do your conditioner. You shouldn't be in there for less than 25 minutes. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm sure you're right. And I'm sure it would look great, but
He does have curls though, doesn't he?
yeah, he's got a perm. He does.
He has a perm.
Mhm. His grandma does his perms.
Oh,
Shout
nice.
out, Mammy.
We also have a new follower on YouTube, Russ. So shout out to Russ.
like like Russ.
Russ is a networking group with me, and I had mentioned that I started a podcast, and he's like, "What's your podcast? I'm going to follow you right now on YouTube." And I watched him follow us right there. So shout
Shout
out
out
to you.
Russ. I think my dad also started following us on YouTube.
Awesome.
My dad watched like both of our episodes back to back, and he would like, I could tell where he was in the episode because he would text me, and he's like, I could tell where he was on the first one because he's like, Amir Abdullah was a running back. Just like,
I didn't I look that up after.
yes, you did. And I told that to my dad. I was like, Courtney just didn't want to make me look stupid, but I needed to. And he might not even be a running back. He might be a wide receiver. I just can't remember right now. I don't know.
Okay.
I also wanted to shout out like our biggest fan, my friend Amber from work. I always like go bother her because like we're a hybrid format. So I work Monday through Thursday and stay at home Fridays, but like we technically get 2 days that we can work from home. So some days like today, I'll go home like at 1 o'clock and just 2 to 5 work from home. Um, and Amber works in the office Wednesday through Friday. So Wednesday and Thursday we overlap. They need to fire us. Like, because Wednesdays and Thursdays, one of us will go to the other person's desk and we will stand there no less than an hour and talk to each other. I think today I was there from like 9:10 to 10:20.
Don't incriminate yourself on this podcast, Sarah.
See, and I like feel bad about it. And then I remember that like all the attorneys that are around me will just go into each other's offices on Wednesdays and like sit and talk for forever. Or at least the partners do. The associates don't because the associates are just like so inundated with work they don't even have time to breathe. But like the partners are always just like shooting the breeze, talking about politics and their kids and yeah. So I feel less bad because it's like if I don't get up and go to her unless I have had like zero work sitting in my inbox for more than 30 minutes and then I'm like, all right. But I walked up to Amber's desk last week and she was like, "Oh my God, let me pause what I'm watching." And she turns and shows me her phone and it's us. And I said, "No." But she said we were very entertaining. So shout out to Amber because I know you will see this.
I don't know if I know. Russ is the only person who has told me they watch. So you watch, and I know you, and you're not telling me. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, also, I was going to tell you, I'm wearing your shirt right now. You
Oh,
let me
awesome.
borrow it that Halloween that me and you and Mariah like were at your house on Underwood Avenue and I got too hot and I was like, I need a tank top and I just never gave this back. That was like 4 years ago.
I have a few things of yours here.
Yeah.
Oh, and I actually have a pile of clothes for you. I
From
went
your
through my
closet?
clothes from my closet. Yes.
This is my favorite time of year.
Like something that has a tag on it, and I swore it was gonna fit me, and I was so excited for it. Didn't try it on at the store. It was on
Mhm.
clearance, so you can't return it. And I'm like, oh, Sarah pile.
Was it too short for you?
Too short. Yep.
Yep. Yep. That's how it goes with us.
So I do have a pile of clothes. So I'll have to bring those next time I come over.
Perfect. I only ever get compliments when I'm wearing your hand-me-downs. That green, like,
That is such a compliment. Thank you.
you just have better taste than me. Like, you just have really good taste. I mean, I have terrible taste, but like, you have really good taste.
It's all this dress to impress. I've been playing Roblox with my daughters. I started
Ooh,
joining. Yeah,
I love that.
it's been our new thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are you
Okay.
guys playing? Let me join. So now,
Right. Is Roblox? Well, I don't even understand what Roblox is.
so it's a bunch of games within the server of Roblox, but we play a specific game, Dress to Impress. Pretty
Okay.
much you're in a closet and they give you a theme and you go dress that theme and then you rate each other. And you
Hmm.
get on the podium and you can do your little dances and your little outfit.
Okay.
It's very, I
It
don't
sounds
know.
cute.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Sims in a way, but just if you're dressing the people and getting rated.
Yeah, I played a couple games like that, but I didn't play Sims because I think you had to buy Sims, and my parents were like, we're not buying that. Like, we were not a Sims household. We were a Freddy Fish household.
I don't know Freddy Fish, but I know Sims.
Yep.
Love Sims. So
I liked going over to my friends' houses who had Sims so that I could play.
mhm. It was fun.
Okay. I finished my food. I swigged my lemonade. Let's get into some football. Okay.
Okay.
There are two undefeated teams in the NFL after week 4. One of them is Kansas Kansas City, of course. The other one is Minnesota. Like
That's crazy.
Minnesota is like weirdly the most dominant team in the NFC right now. Like who would have
And
thunk?
yeah, I was gonna say nobody expected this at all.
Right. Like we've been
Except for
yelling about
Vikings
Justin
fans.
Jefferson, but like where did so I also I don't know if you saw this in the notes. I put Bengals are 1-3, LOL. They finally won one this week. So embarrassing for them.
I am 4-0 in my fantasy league.
Heck yes. Killing it.
Yeah.
$1 million question. Have you been rotating your roster appropriately week to week?
I have.
What?
Yep.
What a switch up.
Well, because I'm playing in my office, so I think
Hmm,
it helps that I'm around it every day.
that's fair.
I'm around it with people who aren't, I don't know. And then it pops up in my email on my work email.
Oh,
I said it. And so it's my reminder to remind my boss as well because he's playing. So
yeah,
then it's like, okay, now we both need to set our rosters for the week. So we do it together.
that's
Body
genius.
double.
That is genius. Sometimes you have to have an accountability buddy in fantasy football,
I do.
right?
This time of year, like last year, I let it go. It just gets so busy. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like even I'm swamped with stuff. Like I keep having people ask me to do things, or I feel bad because like Dayton will want to do something, and I'm like, I'm calling a volleyball game with my brother, or I'm like producing a football game with my brother. Like I can't because we're doing like I got to call play by not play by play. He did play by play, and I did color commentary on the what was it, Ron Colley DC West game a few weeks ago. Friday before last, when the night that the Huskers played Illinois. And like it was so much fun. And like my brother told me that I did a good job. So I felt like that was good praise because my brother like really, really knows what he's doing. And like he kind of is a little bit like sings my praises, like but he also is honest. So I felt really good that he felt really good about it, especially because like this is his work. And then I've been running stats at volleyball games with him too. And like, dude, I did not know that this guy knew so much about volleyball and about football, but he is a machine. Like my brother is, I feel like I don't ever talk positively about my brother, which like not in a bad way. It's just like my brother works overnight and lives in Lincoln. And so I just never see him or like interact with him like we did when we were kids. But it's been so much fun getting to spend time with him recently and like see him in his element and like because he always wanted to do sports broadcasting. Like he's the only person I've ever met who figured out what they wanted to do at a very early age. Like he figured it out at 2 years old and he never wavered once. And I'm the exact opposite. I wanted to be 6 million different things and I still don't know what I want to do. But like he used to like sit in the bathroom for 45 minutes calling games out loud that he was just seeing in his head. And yeah,
Wow.
and like the game backyard baseball and like backyard football,
Yeah.
he would turn the volume down on those and then just play call them as he was playing them.
That
Yeah.
is wow.
Yeah,
So he does like he lives in Lincoln, but he does Omaha games and Lincoln.
yes. So his job, technically, he's an overnight TV producer for I want to say KLKN. Um, and he like on Saturday mornings and Friday nights and Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. He comes up to, sometimes he's in Lincoln and sometimes he's in Omaha, but he like is helping. So NOS Media runs Omaha Scanner, and the NOS Sports is like the subsection of NOS Media that he's working to build right now. Like this is NOS Sports' like pilot year, and my brother's like in charge of it. And so he like sometimes he comes up here, but he calls Class C1 games is what they're focusing on. So like Roncalli, DC West, Lincoln Lutheran, Concordia, stuff like that. So it's been super, super cool. Class C1 is very competitive, and I did not know that. Um, but it's been really, really fun to like be part of. And I think I'm calling or I'm running stats and producing a volleyball game tomorrow night. And then I think I have like 3 or 4 more volleyball/football games before the season ends for high school. So it's been super fun. He's an animal.
I took the girls to their first high school football game on Friday.
What did they think of it?
They liked it a lot.
Which one was it?
Central West Side at Central. West
Yeah.
Side won.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
makes sense. They're the best in the state 3 years in a row.
But just, seeing the cheerleaders and then seeing the band and
It's so fun.
Yeah, and we're at Central on Sundays for like the feed-in football games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mom, it's so packed in here. There's never this many people. I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
this is a high school game.
It's a bigger deal. Like it's so fun. That's one thing I'm glad about from high school because like I know if I wasn't in band, then I would have never gone to like all the football games that I went to. But I went to every single home game of my high school time because I was in band, so we were required to. And it was so much fun. And I was always so tired by the end, always yawning. But like getting to just watch football for free every night or every Friday night was such a blast. So I'm glad the girls liked it.
There was a cheerleader who was a part of the band and she played the flute. Azana's playing the flute this year. She's like, she's so excited to see her go out from like the cheer area and then during the halftime show to go out in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
For marching band. It's like, look, you can do so many things.
Yes.
So cool experience.
Ton of stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting for them. Are they feeding into Central?
Yeah, if they want to. I mean,
yeah,
where they want to go.
right.
I guess. But like our address, yeah, feeds into Central.
Okay. My opinion was if I ever was going to send like any of my kids to OPS, they had to go to Central. Like I wouldn't want them going anywhere else because Central's the only IB school. And I think it's just like the best one. My dad taught there too, so I'm a little biased.
I would agree with you. And they love it. They love going down there.
Yeah. And if they do, then I can come get lunch with them because I can walk to Central in 3 minutes from where I work.
Oh, wow, that is super close.
Yes, and they can go off campus for lunch their junior and senior year. That'd be fun. Do a little lunch
years.
Yeah, I know. Avery's got a while.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I don't want to think about junior and senior year.
No. Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, Faith is a freshman, and I'm like in the bathroom today at work thinking about her, just like starting to cry. I'm like, stop it, stop it, stop it. Get it together.
3.5 now. Well, 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Way through.
Oh, goes by so fast, these kids.
It does.
Okay. All right. We are moving on. Vikings Packers played this weekend. So it was like a good weekend for matchups. I'll be honest, I only watched Vikings Packers and Chiefs Chargers. I feel like I watched some Sunday night football, but I can't remember because that was right around the time that Dayton got home and then I was trying to make dinner and like clean and do all this stuff. But so Vikings are still undefeated after playing the Packers. Sam Darnold, they said on TV that Sam Darnold might be like MVP of the league this year, which is crazy because we were talking at the beginning when we started our first episode of the podcast of how like it was Kirk Cousins, and then Kirk Cousins got traded to the Falcons, and then it was freaking I need Beth here because she's obsessed. JJ McCarthy. And then JJ McCarthy went out in preseason with an Achilles injury, so he's gone the whole year. And then it was just like, here's your second stringer, Sam Darnold. Good luck. And now he's going ballistic. Like he's making mistakes. He made some mistakes that I outlined for the game, but like he's so good, and they're calling him like he could beat Lamar and Patrick out for MVP. Like,
People love to see like somebody you didn't expect and just come out up and be absolutely dominant in the NFL.
yes. Like I love a Cinderella story and I love an underdog in sports. Like, and if Sam Darnold gets the league MVP, I'll be so happy. Like that'd be awesome. But
Like Viking fans maybe deserve this, even though on the first podcast I said I was not a fan of the Vikings.
right, they've just suffered for so long.
They did.
And I have so many friends that are Vikings fans, and they just like every time I see them, every Monday or Sunday or whenever I'm seeing them, they're just so sad. Oh God.
They deserve
Um,
this.
are they fighting?
I don't know. Girls, are you fighting? Oh, Aspen fell off the bed.
Incredible. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go through these notes quick because I don't want to like drone on for forever like I tend to do.
Okay.
Um, so Green Bay was struggling. Green Bay, I think they got 3 points up the entire first half to Minnesota's 28 points. So it was not looking good for Green Bay, and they did lose. However, they showed up in the third quarter. I don't know what kind of motivational speech they got in the locker room at the half, but they did show up. So like in the third quarter, they got an interception and a sack for a loss of 13 yards. And then in the fourth quarter, they strip sacked Darnold, and like so they recovered the ball. But like they weren't able to do anything with it. And then Minnesota got the ball back, but then they couldn't convert on downs. And then Green Bay got the ball back, and then they fumbled to Minnesota on the next drive. And it was just a mess. But in the half, like the second half, Minnesota put up 3 points. It like the script completely like flipped. Minnesota only put 3 points up the entire second half, and Green Bay put up 29. So like the final score was 31-29, Green Bay. Or I guess they put up 26, Green Bay did, because they got 3 points at like the very end of the first half. But either way, final score, Minnesota wins 31-29, but like Green Bay came back with a vengeance. And if you had Justin Jefferson in fantasy, great job. Like everyone else who people have drafted, they're long gone. They're on injury reserve. Like they're just screwed. But Justin Jefferson is carrying right now. He's doing so good.
Keep that momentum up through the season.
He better stay in, I swear. I did watch a little bit of Sunday Night Football.
I did not watch any Sunday football this week. We were at the football field from 10:30 to a little after 5. So by the time I came home, got settled, I put it on in the background, but I think I was just so tuned out from hearing it all day.
Yeah. Like it wasn't gonna register.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'll fill you in on the
I'll watch football once my Sundays calm down.
Yeah, I'm not pressed
We made it
about
to
it.
the playoffs, so here we go for more football games.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the rundown on the Chiefs Chargers game. The thing that I hate the most about the Kansas City Chiefs is that they are a fourth quarter team, which means that for 75% of the game, you're just pooping your pants, hoping that they're going to clutch it out. Like, they're so annoying. They were down 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. They were down 10-0 to the Chargers. But one thing that they said at the end, I think Tony Romo said it at the end of the first quarter, was that Patrick Mahomes is 11-0 when he's down by exactly 10 points, which is a weird stat. But
Where do they keep track of all these
some
stats?
absolute freaking nerd for football is keeping track of these stats. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it was a stat. And it changed because now Patrick Mahomes is 12-0 when down by exactly 10 points. Um, so a lot happened, but basically, at the end of the half, it was 10-10. Because Xavier Worthy got thrown an absolute bomb by Patrick and got our touchdown. And then we got 3 points. And then at the end of the half, Harrison tried to put up another 3 points from 65 yards, and he did miss. It's his first miss of the season, but it was also not that big of a deal, and it was a 65-yarder. So, like, it was like 10 feet short, maybe. So, like, oh well, that's
Five
great.
yards. That's
Yeah, absolutely bananas.
they just wanted to make sure he missed one for the year.
Right. They're like, we've got to throw everybody off of his scent. So, so they just did that. Did you see Rasheed Rice is out?
I did.
Did you see why?
No, because he
Like what
hurt.
happened?
No.
Dumbest nonsense in the world. So it's like the end of the first quarter, which by the way, in the first quarter, the Chiefs were intercepted once and they had two turnovers. So not a good first quarter for us. But Rasheed Rice went out in the first quarter because it was a play. Obviously, the offense was on the field, and Mahomes was trying to go tackle somebody, and Rice was like running to the sideline to like help block, I think, and Mahomes tackled into Rice, and I'm pretty sure like the way that his knee kind of like concaved because of where Patrick hit him, and I'm pretty sure it just like tore up his entire ACL. Like,
Just saw he was out because I had him drafted.
yeah.
Damn, by his own player, by Patrick.
Yup. Yup. I saw that Patrick addressed it, but I didn't watch the address because I was like, I'm so mad at you right now because now we're down Hollywood Brown, we're down Isaiah Pacheco, we're down Rasheed Rice. I mean, we're down more people, but like those are the big three, and it's just so annoying. And so Rasheed Rice went in for an MRI on Monday. We have not heard any results. They said they needed to do more tests. Andy Reid, like at halftime, gave an interview and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's not good. So it's like,
Um, did you see the players have Travis Kelce shirts on during warm up to support
yes,
him? He's been getting all this talk because he's not been producing the numbers that they want to see.
right. He's not been popping off. And then he broke a Chiefs franchise record this game. He passed Tony Gonzalez for the most receptions in Chiefs history with like 978 receptions in his career so far.
Wow.
Yeah. And the thing that people don't understand about Travis Kelce, who have not been watching Travis Kelce since 2015, is that he is a slow burn every season. He doesn't pop off until October. So, like the first month, he's just putzing around, and then he starts picking up steam in October, and then he picks up more steam in November, and then he's going to taper off in December, and then January, February come around, and he's through the roof. Like September and December, he doesn't do anything.
It has to be the way Andy Reid coaches and running plays, obviously, because being a tight end, you
Yeah,
only have so many plays with each person, right? So it
right.
has to be a way or something that he coaches to keep everybody like fresh.
I would agree. And also, like, at this point in Travis's career, like, everybody knows you're passing to Travis. So, like, what you can't target him every time because you're just going to be facing so many interceptions or like incomplete passes. Like, you just can't do it. So, but he broke that record. Shout out to the haters. You were wrong. And that's the big stuff. Like if you had Xavier Worthy on your fantasy team, like shout out. Um, We, you do?
Yeah.
Heck yes. He got a nice touchdown. He got some points. I think at least. I don't know. I'm not in fantasy, so. But okay. Baltimore Ravens played the Buffalo Bills. Prior to this week, the Bills were undefeated. They lost badly to the Ravens. And like Dayton got home right before Sunday Night Football came on, and he was like, when the Chiefs play the Bills, you better watch out. Like all this stuff. Like the Bills are a unit. And we're like, I know. Like Josh Allen, they're very good. They're undefeated. Like I'm not going to deny that. But I'm also never going to be worried about the Buffalo Bills because everybody knows that they choke in January. So like, who cares? They can do as good as they want all season, but everyone knows I'm not going to a Super Bowl because they were built to choke. Like, and I'll stand by that until I have to eat my words. And but Derrick Henry, oh my God, he was an absolute animal for Baltimore. He had an 88-yard passing touchdown and then another like shorter passing touchdown in just the first half. So if you had Derrick Henry in fantasy this week, hats off to you, sir, because oh my God, he was killing it. And he's just a tank. Um, but in going into the half, it was Baltimore 21, Buffalo 3, and then Baltimore just like continued to crush. The final score is 35-10. Like, where's your undefeated? Like, where was that undefeated energy?
Where's the Bills at? Where'd they go?
Where'd they go? Where'd they
They
go?
choked
Josh
already.
Allen. Right. Like, Josh Allen, did you throw up the appropriate number of times before the game? Because we know you like to do that. Like, did you miss a puke? But yeah. Other highlights from the NFL this week is that Jared Goff, you know Jared Goff,
The quarterback?
yeah, for the Lions.
Yeah.
He and Tyreek Hill now have the same amount of passing touchdowns. Like they've caught an equal amount of touchdowns this year. Because in Tyreek Hill only has one touchdown, passing touchdown this year. And in the game, which the Lions won, the Lions dominated. Jared Goff, he threw a short pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who threw a short pass back to Jared Goff, and Jared Goff just like walked it into the end zone.
Oh, I was so confused. I'm like, yeah, he's a quarterback, and I'm like trying to put this together. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Wow.
So Jared Goff has some receivers
Miami was
now.
Miami looks a little stressed out.
Oh, Miami is done. Like Miami is over party. Like they're done. I'm so sorry, but like
It's gonna be a rough season for them.
I feel like last year and a little bit of the year before, we were like, okay, Miami, like you're good now. You're kind of back. We're excited for this. And then this year, we're like, oh, no, no, no. The old Miami is back. You once again are terrible. Like, there's,
Yeah.
which I hate to say, but like, you're just going to have to find a new quarterback and clean up your offense. Like, it's just not looking good.
In the fourth game of the season, go find a new quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I do not think we're going to be seeing Miami in the playoffs this year.
I don't either.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
ignore me in the first episode because I'm pretty sure I said they were.
you,
I
yes.
know I did.
Yes, I think so too. Oh well, whatever. Okay, other big news outside of the games, Devonte Adams, who is a wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, and he's super, super good. He was one of the receivers that was featured in like the receivers documentary on Netflix. He's incredible. He wants out of Vegas. Like he wants to be gone. And so there's six teams that people are speculating he could go to. One of them is the Chiefs, which would be nuts because like we'll take a wide receiver right about now with Rashee Rice just going out. We'll take Devontae Adams. Heck yes. But I doubt he'll want to come to the Chiefs. I don't know. Maybe he would. Maybe the rivalry is not a big deal to him, but it's like one of the biggest rivalries in football. So maybe not.
I don't think the money.
Yeah, if they can
You
pay
know
him
where the
good
money's
money,
at.
like Chiefs have a lot of money. But the other options are San Francisco. San Francisco also has a lot of money. Dallas has a ton of money.
The
The
most.
Bills would pay. And then the other two I don't think he'll go to are the Jets and the Steelers.
Hmm.
So I think there's like a 25% chance he goes to KC. I think honestly, he's going to go to the 49ers. That's my guess. Because McCaffrey's out. Like McCaffrey, Kittle, and Debo Samuels are all out right now, which
There's a lot of people out at the beginning of the season
there's
already.
so many injuries going on right now. It's insane, which is a bad time for the girls to be coming into football because you know how the girls react to injuries. Not well. They're going to take over. The Swifties are going to set up medical stations and riot if there's more injuries. Like, oh, they just do not handle injuries well. But it's a physical sport, so maybe they'll get used to it and calm down. But Jared Goff back to what?
Say they're men. Like
Right.
they like doing this stuff at
Right.
the end of
And
the
like
day.
a lot of them have come out and been like, listen, we know that like we are gonna get injured. This is a contact sport playing at a professional level. Like we know. Like it
Right.
sucks, but it's gonna happen. So back to Jared Goff. He this weekend became the first quarterback in history to throw a perfect game. He was 18 for 18.
Congratulations.
Jared Goff, that's awesome. 18 for 18.
Pretty good.
Oh,
It
for two
means that he had
touchdowns.
a really, really big running game. Like he was like handing off a lot this game if he's only throwing 18. But 18 for 18 is still incredible. Like,
And he's 1 for 1 for receiving at the same time.
yeah. He scored a touchdown and threw a perfect game. Detroit Ryan Gosling had a great week. Like, oh my God. But yeah, we love to see Detroit stay winning, unless you're a Packers fan or a Bears fan, and then you don't. But I love to see Detroit stay winning personally. Did you know that's the only professional football game Quentin's ever gone to is he drove to a Detroit game. He said it was like the worst city he's ever been to. I've
I've never been.
never been to Detroit. Personally, the worst city I've ever been to was Oklahoma City.
Let's not go there. Oklahoma City is horrible.
It was oh God, that was just such a trash city, in my opinion. But
Yeah, there was nothing there that really, I don't know, that did it for me.
no, I felt unsafe at a gas station at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday. On God's day, I thought I was gonna get robbed. Like,
In Oklahoma City.
right. So yeah, will not be returning there. But yeah. So I wanted to touch on college football real quick too. Georgia's over. Georgia's done. Alabama number 4 defeat Georgia, who was ranked number 2. They defeat them 41-34. I did not watch the game because I was
I
watching.
watched that game.
Was it? I heard the fourth quarter, like the last like 7.
Ryan Williams, the 17-year-old, he's crazy.
17.
17 years old.
What
He
position
got
does
the
he play?
He got the Big Ten chain, like player of the weekend or whatever they do for the Big Ten chain.
Yeah.
Sarah, this ball bobbled up
Yeah.
in the air multiple times. I don't know if you saw it,
Mm-mm.
and still caught it. He's incredible for being
Love a
17.
potential catch.
He should be playing high school football.
Right. Like, did he skip it real quick, or is he just young
Alabama
for his grade?
plays,
Where's he from? Do you know?
no.
Does he play for Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay. I just heard like the guys in my office talking about it on Monday, like saying it was just an absolutely bananas last few minutes of the game. Like Dayton texted me and he was like, please tell me you're watching this game right now. And I was like, no, I'm watching Ohio State, Michigan State, and it's a terrible game. Like I didn't even know where to watch the Alabama Georgia game. But I wish I would have.
It was crazy. Georgia thought they won it with 2 minutes to go. And then Ryan Williams comes with this catch and scored a touchdown. The whole Georgia sideline is celebrating because they think they had the game. And then the 17-year-old comes out here and does this. And they're like, oh, well, now we just lost.
Yes.
But it looked like a very well attended game.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. That's a huge rivalry right now. It reminds me of like one of my favorite NCAA like football clips of all time, obviously aside from like Westercatch, which was incredible. was when Auburn played Alabama, and Alabama totally thought they had won the game, and then there was like 4 seconds left in the game, and they punted it to the end of the field, and the punt returner or the kick returner, whatever, for Auburn ran it back for like a 100-yard touchdown, and they won the game.
I've
Like,
seen. Yeah.
oh God, I love that clip so much. Oh, I love when people celebrate prematurely and then look like silly gooses.
Not over until it's over.
Exactly. And then the other game, obviously Notre Dame, Louisville. Dayton was there. They won. Thank God. Because I did not want to deal with a mopey person when he got home. But I am not joking. So my dad was out of town this weekend, so I had to go let his dog out a few times. I watched the opening play of the Notre Dame game, and they fumbled the punt return. And I looked at Ghost and I was like, I'm gonna go let the dog out. Like, I'm not dealing with this. And then I got back, and my dad lives like 10 minutes away from me, so I was probably gone for 35 minutes total. And when I got back, it was 21-7 Notre Dame. Like, I
Just didn't need you to be watching.
right. I was like, okay. So the Irish won 31-24, which is good. Love to see them do that. But
Nebraska this weekend. I watched that game.
who did they play Purdue?
Yeah.
I think I caught the second half of that game. That sounds right. The second half. Yeah. Purdue, I don't think Purdue's looking like amazing this year. Which,
No.
like, apparently Illinois is looking pretty good because we lost to Illinois.
Barely in overtime.
Yeah, that is true.
But Nebraska looked really good in the fourth quarter, which they've been struggling on. So
We'll take improvements where we can get them.
yes, definitely.
Okay. We're gonna close out today with another like fun girly activity. So like obviously I came up with these questions, so that's kind of cheating because I chose questions that I thought maybe I'd know the answer to.
I definitely am not good at these kind of questions.
But I also like I don't know the answers for myself for some of them. So
The other thing, like when it comes to favorites, I don't know if I even have favorites. Like I have people I love
yeah.
or things I love,
Uh-huh.
but to just have one favorite,
It's hard. For
yeah,
me, I just always choose like my favorite right now. Because I don't have favorites overall, unless you're asking me like, who's your favorite dog in the world? Ghost, obviously. Next question. Like,
the answer is probably Ghost.
right. But like, I am just like, okay, favorite right now. Or if there's, I don't know. We'll start with, I will tell you that there are two options for me for favorite music artist, and I'm gonna guess yours first. And
Mine's so easy.
I'm gonna cop out and say Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a Nicki fan, and I am a diehard Nicki fan.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't know. I have no idea who your favorite music artist is.
I feel like one of mine's a little more niche. So Noah Khan, do you even know who Noah Khan is?
No.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say he's a folk singer from Vermont. So,
Yeah, I have no idea.
and then the other one would be Post Malone. I love Post Malone so much.
I have yet to listen to his album, and you told me it was so good. I need to do that.
Yes.
Take a note. That just reminded me. I'm gonna. Okay.
Like zero skips, so good.
I've heard some of the songs, but I have not.
Mhm. Yeah, like oh, so freaking good. Okay, favorite type of TV show for you? I think like dramas. Like I think of like Chicago Med and like because I know you like that show, but that's what I would go with.
Yeah, Chicago Med, Chicago PD.
Yeah.
I love those. Your favorite type of TV show?
Yeah.
Like reality TV?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You love reality TV.
I have it playing in the background 24/7. I just started season 14 of Real Housewives of New Jersey. I started watching it season 1 on like September 1st. Like Because I have it playing in the background while I work every day, so I'm
Oh,
consuming like 2 seasons a week. Like,
you just have it on like for the background sound.
yeah, but I'm also following along with everything.
I don't get to pick what I listen to for
Oh,
backgrounds.
yeah. Sport to watch. I would assume your favorite sport to watch. Well, see, I'm not gonna say football. It could be football. But I'm gonna say track.
I do love to watch track and football.
Yeah.
And I do love to watch volleyball too. I just love
Oh,
sports. I love to watch live
yes.
sports and I love to watch them in person.
Yeah, same. Volleyball is so much fun to watch.
But running events at track and even like the jumping events, yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love track.
Your favorite sport to watch is football.
Yes, totally. Like there are definitely very close seconds, but like I live for football season 100%. And I'm always so sad when like the second the Super Bowl is over, I'm like, now what? Like
Um,
I hate it. Sport to play for you, I'm gonna say tennis.
Tennis and pickleball. I
I've never
really,
played pickleball.
ooh, there's a public pickleball court at the park near us. It's
Oh,
got pickleball rackets, and we love to play pickleball.
it looks like I know everybody's playing it and it looks very fun and like active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sand volleyball, when I did play sand volleyball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't say sand volleyball.
Your favorite sport to play? I was gonna say running, but if I don't know, that's your
Guess
favorite.
so.
Not necessarily. It is. It's a sport.
I guess for me, this is gonna sound ridiculous. For me, running is more of a leisure activity,
Okay,
like
that's fair. What's your favorite sport to play?
softball.
Oh,
Yeah, I miss it. Like if it's a sport that I'm playing currently as an adult, then it's sand volleyball. But like my favorite sport that I've ever played in my entire life is softball. I played it for like 13 years. I miss it every day.
okay. So, fun fact, I want to get a kickball team together, but like
Ooh.
obviously two teams. I want to play kickball so bad. I love kickball.
It's so much fun. I haven't played kickball in so long. Like
I just
probably
don't know.
since high school.
That's a lot of people you got to get out there.
Yeah, you've got to have what, at least like one, two, three, four, five, 7 players at least on each team.
Yeah.
Mariah would probably be into it.
If anybody wants to meet up to play kickball anytime soon,
Let us
let
know.
us.
We'll start a league. Okay. Okay, weekend trip spot. So I'm thinking like it just depends on who you are, what you're considering to be a weekend. Like maybe you're taking a Friday and a Monday off and like doing a long weekend. You know me and how much I don't like to take off work. So for me, like for context, it would probably be get off work Friday and then go somewhere and then come back Sunday night. Um, for you, I would say Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you would do like a Friday and Monday off. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
You, a weekend in Kansas City
Yeah.
or a weekend somewhere with Ghost. Just the two of you.
Yes, like what we did last year, we went out to the middle of nowhere in Iowa for the weekend, and we each like I told Dayton when I got back, he's like, "How was it?" And I was like, "We each had 3 croissants every day." Oh my God, that was so fun.
Great.
But I also thought I was gonna get murdered, so it was not as fun. I texted Dayton one night. I was like, "I'm having a panic attack. Like, I'm not used to not having you in the house with me, and so like I'm not used to having to look out for my own safety, and I don't know where I am. I can't see anything. Everything's dark, and I'm freaking out." But it was
I
fun.
do have a trip to Kansas City though.
Me too.
I do like a weekend trip there.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter what time of year you go either. Like you're either gonna catch a Chiefs game or you're gonna go to Worlds of Fun and catch a Royals game. Like you can't lose. Um, when I say type of food, I mean like global cuisine.
Okay.
I would say Mexican for you.
Global, because Indian food. I
Oh,
love Indian food.
I made butter chicken 2 nights ago for the first time ever. It
Yum.
was really
Indian curry,
good. Mhm.
naan. We always have naan in our house.
We have naan. I went to the store by myself this weekend hungry and I got naan.
Yeah, it's so good.
And we have the sauce. It's called bitchin sauce. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
And they have a curry one. I'm addicted to it right now with the little pieces of naan.
That sounds, oh, I love naan so much. It's the best. I
I
like
do
to like
too.
do a garlic butter brush on naan and then like put it in the oven for a little while and crisp it. Oh, it's so good.
Yours Mexican food for you?
Chinese.
Chinese. Okay.
I love Chinese food so much. I'm always craving it. I also love pad thai, like anything that's Eastern Asian, really. But I do love Mexican food. Like,
I can always eat Mexican food. Like
mhm,
I don't ever get sick of Mexican food. Not
same.
sick of Indian food, but like I could eat Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and
Yeah.
be
I think
totally.
if Dayton and I have talked about this before, because there's the question of like, if there's one food that you could, like, you had to choose one food to eat for the entire rest of your life, what would it be? And we both agreed that our food would be sushi.
Really?
Oh,
Sushi?
totally. I would eat sushi every single day for the rest of my life and never get sick of it. I love
Sushi. Mm.
it. It's so good. Okay, fall flavor.
Ooh.
I feel like there's really only two options here. It's just deciding whether you're an apple girl or a pumpkin girl. Like,
Are you talking about like scent or flavor as in pie flavor? 'Cause I think
yeah, I
that
guess like pies, drinks,
oh,
like I don't know. I feel like this is not something we've ever explored about each other, I feel like. I based off of your vibes, I would say pumpkin, but I also kind of want to say like a toasted marshmallow.
apple for me is my favorite.
Yeah,
But your favorite? I would say apple too.
it is apple. Yeah.
Like the apple cider donuts at Vala's.
Oh,
Like that is my I love anything apple flavored.
yes,
Remember
me.
that drink at Beacon Hills, that apple drink?
Yes. Well, last winter when I was there bartending one night, they were like, "We need a winter drink." And I'm like, "Okay, then you need a hot drink." And so Beth let me like mess around one night and I created, oh my God, it was I kept like a coffee carafe so it kept warm of apple cider and then I added like cinnamon simple syrup and lemon juice and something else, a shot of butterscotch schnapps, and it was so freaking good. Like I like would sell it like it wasn't on the menu, but I'd be like, I'm running a special tonight for $8. You can get this drink. I sold like 16 in
Oh,
one,
wow.
but they wouldn't put it on the menu, so they're lost. But no, I love like last year for Christmas, Sabrina asked me and Dayton's brother Dylan and his girlfriend Megan, like, what's your favorite drink? And this is how you know that we're the lame, like, stay at home, don't party couple compared to Meg and Dylan, is because they both said like I think Dylan said like Bush Light and Meg said like a White Claw or something like that. And I said apple juice and Dayton said water. And so me and Dayton got apple juice and water and they got booze.
Apple juice is superior. Okay.
Apple juice is the best juice. Dayton thinks it's terrible. He thinks I'm a child for liking it, but apple juice is the best juice.
Yes, absolutely.
Like what's not like a
Apple
you're
cider
gonna
and the smell of apple. I'm
yes.
apple.
I've made like 15 jars of applesauce over the past couple weeks. Like the next time you come over, I've got one in my fridge for you. It keeps for months, so it's like it'll be
Homemade applesauce?
yes. It's the only applesauce I'll eat.
Hmm.
It's so good.
Hmm.
It's my grandma's recipe, so that makes it better. But yeah, no, like you just can't hate on apples and applesauce. Like it's just so good. It's like Starbucks has their apple macchiato in the fall, which
Yep. apple crisp oat milk drink right now.
Yes. So I don't get it. I don't get it cold because Starbucks, as somebody who used to work at Scooters, Starbucks has no idea how to do their ice drinks so that the syrup like actually incorporates into the drinks. Like if you look at it, it's just all sitting at the bottom because they don't mix it correctly. But if you order it hot, it's so good and so appley. Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten one in like 2 years, but it's so good.
Have you been to Dallas to like the apple part of it?
Mm-mm.
The apple.
Sky, do you follow Sky on Instagram?
I do. I haven't been on Instagram though.
Fair. Well, she and Noah and their friends Chandler and Lydia went last weekend and they did like a cider tasting in the apple orchard.
I love ciders too.
Yes, ciders are so freaking good. They're my favorites probably. Like, what's not to love? Okay. Munchies food. I put that one in there for fun. And I don't like have a real answer for you, but I do have a memory from that I'm gonna use from like when I had COVID when I was teaching and they like wouldn't let me go back to school that week. And so I was just like doing nothing for a week in December and like totally not sick at all, but I wasn't allowed to go back to teaching. Um, and I was on your way to your house in the middle of the day one day, and I was like, I'm picking up lunch. Do you want anything? And so I'm gonna say that your favorite Munchies food is a piece of Cane's Texas toast because that's all you wanted me to get for you.
I love Cane's toast.
It's good toast.
Yay. It is. I guess that would be considered a munchie. Appetizers. I love, or side items.
Like little taquitos.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
I do remember being at your house a few times late at night, and you would be like, I got wings, I got taquitos, I got cheese
Yeah.
curds, I got mozzarella sticks.
Rolls.
Yup. That is true.
Didn't we do appetizer night one night? And I like served mini corn dogs and
Yes, I think so. I think it was me and you and Mariah, and maybe and Sky.
yeah,
I brought Ghost.
yep. And
Oh,
Sky brought her dog. I'm sorry, Sky, I don't remember your dog's name.
Raya. Yeah. Yes, I remember this night because I smashed on some mini corn dogs. You know me, I love a corn dog.
Me too. They were 99 cents today at Sonic.
Ooh.
Sonic app.
I don't have any fast food apps. Which Dayton told me is stupid that I should get the McDonald's app because he's like, well, if you're always there anyway. I'm like, I think I've been to McDonald's twice
Don't
in the
give
last
away the next one. I already knew that answer. I don't know the munchie answer. Your favorite munchies? I don't know.
It's a
I
stupid
think
answer.
savory.
Savory, yeah, like white cheddar popcorn or just popcorn in general. That's like a salty popcorn. Like I just, if there's popcorn in the room, I'm eating it. Like unless there's an alternative option of a hot dog with baked beans on it, like I love a beanie weenie. Like, beanie weenies hate to see me coming. What's a lot? Oh, fast food place.
20-piece and a fry. McDonald's.
For you?
For us to share.
Oh, that is true. On our way
Large
to
fry and a 20-piece. There's nothing better than getting on the road and getting a 20-piece and a large fry in an orange high C.
well, that's when we went to Kansas City this winter and I was in my sad girl phase. You were like, what do you want to eat? I was like, McDonald's, I want chicken nuggets. I need this Sprite to shock me back to life.
I love a good McDonald's.
I would say, yeah, if it's like hot and fresh and I'm eating it the second I'm getting it out of the window, then definitely McDonald's. Otherwise, if that's not going to be the case, then Runza. No, then Freddy's, then Runza. I love Freddy's.
I would have to say Culver's is my favorite.
Yeah. Culver's is my favorite for like their ice cream, their custard. It's the best yogurt like ever. But I don't like their fries. They're too potatoy.
Oh, it's their onion rings. I love their onion rings. They're my favorite. And they're like patty melt.
I my Culver's order is whack. It's a chicken sandwich with a side of fries. And Dayton says that it's ridiculous that I'm getting that from Culver's because he gets like a double butter burger with cheese and a side of cheese curds. Like he does it correctly. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
doing, but
they never freeze their hamburger meat. Ever. It's
like
fresh.
it's really good. I used to get the butter
So
burger
good.
all the time.
Yeah, I love their burgers and fries, and they will give anybody a kids meal.
Oh, heck yeah.
I will go through and order a kids meal, and you get a free scoop of custard with your kids meal.
Yes,
But
you
it's
do.
the burgers are the same size, and the side item is the same size if you get onion rings
That's
as
a
a
pro
regular
tip.
one.
That is definitely a pro tip from when I'm down bad.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. All right. Well, what are we running at? Oh, we don't have a timer. I assume we're running at like almost an hour and a half. So
Oh,
I think it's time that I walk us on out of here. So thanks for doing remote this week. Thanks for making it work.
well, thank you. I'm the one who asked. Thank you for making this work.
Of course, anytime. Thanks for putting up with me eating my dinner at the beginning too, and just being a greasy mess. I'm so gross right now. Okay, but remember that if you guys have any questions in the coming weekend and you want answers from us, you can DM us on our Instagram page at powderpuff_pod and then give us a follow while you're there. You can also email us at powderpuffsportspod@gmail.com, which I will get a notification on my phone. We have gotten exactly 0 emails, which is fine, but I will remember to check it. But thanks for tuning in to Powder Puff, the football podcast by the girls for the girls. We'll have new content every Thursday, Friday-ish, depending on how quickly I can get it together and do video editing and upload things and all that stuff. Um, and keep an eye out. Hopefully, I know I said this like 2 weeks ago. Eventually, I'm gonna make these YouTube videos. Life's crazy. Hopefully, it'll be sooner rather than later, and I'll get to figure out my new iPhone camera and recording stuff. I just got to get one out there, get it under my belt, and then keep going um, like we did with the podcast. But those will be coming up, educating you on everything that you need to know to get your footing as a football fan.
Yes, and while you're here, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and send this episode to your favorite football fan.
Bye, guys. Thank you.